Swerdlow. And Janet Diane Moria Swerdlow for expansions.com. Okay, and this is our, what is this? This is the middle of January 2017. No, we are not inebriated in any manner. However, you know, Janet does have her moments, and this is one of them. I'm very sorry that you had to witness this. We are in the beginning of our supposedly week-long January class, but it's turning out to be more like 10 days. I am so sorry, people. Would you give me papers and I'll do your news for you? Yeah? Okay. I've successfully poisoned Stuart's dinner. He does not know what's going on.
With prescription pills.
I've transferred all our funds to a Caribbean offshore account. And my accomplices will meet me there in another week.
Good.
Very interesting.
All right. Now, did you know that U.S. tanks have rolled into Germany?
They've rolled in? They didn't drive, they rolled.
They rolled into their port. The port.
They have a port?
Yeah, the German city of Bremerhaven.
You want to know something?
What?
That's where my grandmother left when she came to the United States from Bremerhaven.
Wow.
How do you like that?
Well, anyway, apparently 3,500 U.S. troops are there supposedly to protect Eastern Europe against a potential Russian invasion.
Oh yes, the big bad Russians are right there at the border waiting. Meanwhile, the Americans are invading everybody.
They are calling this Operation Atlantic Resolve.
I call it Operation I'm a Stupid Moron America. Go on.
Anyway, so it says apparently America's response is a decision to stop the drawdown of U.S. troops in Europe and reverse it. It's the first buildup since the end of the Cold War.
Mm-hmm.
And then apparently next week, which I guess maybe is this coming week, all the equipment will leave Germany and be sent to Poland.
It's already there.
And from there be deployed across
This
Eastern
is old
Europe.
news, by the way.
Well, you don't have any news.
Well, it's already in Poland.
Okay, well, this is better news than your news because you have none.
It's right here. The whole table is my
There
news.
is no news, so this is good news.
Mm-hmm.
So pay attention.
You can pay something else.
You're going to have to take my paper away from me again if you keep it up. Anyway, the move is so big it will require 37 trains and over 1,000 rail cars to transport from Germany to Poland. Mm-hmm. A brigade means 400 tracked and over 1,300 wheeled vehicles, including 80 62-ton Abrams tanks, 140 Bradley armored fighting vehicles, and 40 Humvees.
400 Humvees.
400 Humvees. And then it says, from now on out, thousands of American soldiers will be stationed on Russia's doorstep forever.
Yeah, let me ask you a
Forever.
question. How many Russian troops are in North America?
Well, they say
zero.
They say zero here.
And so how many American troops are in Europe at Russia's doorstep? Who's the aggressor?
And then the next big piece of news is that, you know, this upcoming week is Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah, it's this week. You're old news again. Go ahead.
No, this is coming up.
That's okay. It's old news.
By the time they get this, it will be in that week. Anyway, Martin Luther King Day. But in Mississippi, Biloxi,
Mississippi.
they are changing it to Great Americans Day.
Yeah, it is Mississippi, and they're not very smart people there.
But apparently, sooner or later, probably everybody will be calling it Great Americans Day.
You know, when you look at the list of, like, say, the greatest education, or the Mississippi's 50th of all the states,
Yeah.
the fattest state, Mississippi, the most unhealthy, Mississippi. Okay, so I
But
really trust what they've done.
But they could spell
They spelled day right.
Great Americans Day. They spelled all that correctly. And then, do you remember I told you in Bloomington, Indiana, for the sake of cultural sensitivity, they changed Columbus Day to fall holiday, and Good Friday, which is coming up in a couple of months, will now be known as spring holiday.
I actually agree with that.
Well, you know what? It's the start of New World religion.
Because it shouldn't be Columbus Day. He shouldn't be honored for anything for murdering people. And Good Friday, every day should be good, right? Should be Good Monday, Good Saturday, all that. So yeah, it should be spring holiday.
Well, we have 3 months of spring, then maybe every day should be a spring holiday.
I agree. Let's take off.
Okay, bye.
That's it? Yeah, that's your
Oh, was there more?
I'm asking
I thought you wanted to leave. You said let's take off.
Are you done with the news?
My news. Do you have more?
I
don't
have
see.
nothing.
I know.
This is
You
what I
tried
have.
to steal my
Nothing.
news.
Nothing.
Yeah, that was my job at the beginning.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because, you know, I've been ill.
You have?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're always ill.
And I've been busy getting ready for this class.
But now you're in the middle of the class, so you shouldn't be
No,
busy getting
the
ready
class
for it
just
anymore.
started as far as this
Yeah, this is,
report
hey, if you're
concerned.
not here, you're missing a great class.
You are, because I'm telling secrets I'm not telling anyone ever again.
That's right, you will be amazed what we are learning about
And no one's allowed to speak
mantids,
afterwards.
insects,
Growing pink mantids. by
and
the
beautiful and pink.
way. Yeah.
Yeah, only
You
very
can
few,
take that any way you
and
like.
only very few people know the real truth behind this particular
Yeah.
story.
And by the way,
Yes.
as I sit here, I'm having a colonics.
You are?
Yeah.
Is that why you're naked?
I'm always naked, you know that.
Oh, that's
I
true.
never wear pants on the podcast,
I
ever.
told them that. But this time you're actually doing the colonic, huh? I
That's
wonder what
right.
that noise was under your chair.
Well, you can look and find out.
I don't want to see the junk coming out of you.
It's pure as the driven snow.
I don't believe it. Anyway, so if you're not here enjoying the class with us, you're missing out on a really big shoe.
You sure are, right now under the table.
And what else?
Is there more? Could
well,
there be?
in June,
Oh.
I'm taking a group of people to Northern Italy. I got my first deposit in today, so that means we are officially going.
I'm making a deposit right now.
That's what I heard, and that's what I'm hearing
Mm-hmm.
with your mantid.
That's not where it's coming from. I'm so sorry, people. You cannot take Janet. That's why we don't go anywhere, because Janet cannot be,
Trusted.
can't take her anywhere.
Yeah.
But you skipped things.
Did I?
Yes.
I did the most
because-
important things this week's class, which they've missed.
No, because what
And
happens?
June,
what
which
happens in
is-
April? In April,
That's a
is
couple of months before my trip to Italy.
Yeah, so shouldn't that have been first? April is my conference in Poland, in Warsaw, the Exposing the Truth. I'm exposing truth right now,
Yes.
but
This
in
exposing
April,
conference in
yes,
Poland.
and Laura Eisenhower will be there, among other people. Go to speedstar.com.pl and you will see the details.
About exposing.
Yes.
Is
Truth,
that it?
Truth and Stewart.
Be sure you like our Facebook pages.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope you've had a chance to check out our new website. Although we're still loading it and
Lot of-
tweaking it.
A lot of issues on that, but we're working it out.
Getting it through it.
Mhm.
And then June is my trip to Italy.
Correct.
All right. So,
Well, I guess that's it for now, people.
all right. Bye.
Bye for now.